Welcome to Audrey Thoughts with Audrey Scott. I'm Audrey Scott. Just a little public service announcement. Get better friends. I not, I don't know. I last night I ended up cussing out these two people because they were like dragging their friend. It was midnight, like off of 6th Street, and their friend was fucking wasted, and her fucking shoes are falling off and shit. Like it was just it's horrible. And they were trying to drag her across the street into an Uber, but they were just laughing and they couldn't pick her up because they were weak and they were just laughing at her. She was limp. It looked like roofie shit. Like, I'm not sure, but it looked bad. And I was crossing the other side of the street and then, like, no one would help her. So I ended up, like, scooping her up and, like, putting her out of the fucking road. And then I cussed out her friends for a good 2 minutes, probably. Yeah. I mean, first of all, just be careful about how much you drink, and that's coming from me. But I don't know. Don't almost die because your friends can't take care of you either. Yeah, I think there's a few lessons we learned there. But speaking of taking care of people, someone needs to take care of JoJo Siwa because it's a little too much. It's a little much. A lot of people are for those of y'all in my audience that don't know who JoJo Siwa is, good for you. I am very happy for you. I'm glad you haven't gone down that route because I kind of like Dance Moms was really popular when I was like in middle school and high school, but I never was really allowed to watch it, so I didn't watch it that much. But JoJo Siwa was a kid dancer on the show, and Abby Lee Miller was her choreographer, I guess, or her dance teacher. And wait, Rebecca, can you move to this chair?
I can. I just was kind of paranoid from last time.
Oh my God, Drew. Okay.
Abby Lee Miller is the
Yeah.
the one who.
Oh
is
yeah,
her mom?
so she's the one in charge of like everyone. Like she directs this dance. I can't remember JoJo Siwa's mom's name. Thank God. Let me look it up though.
But they all were abusive. Like the whole show was borderline. Like,
yeah, all the
wouldn't fly
moms.
today.
I mean, for any mother to let their child be treated like that by another adult, and because there's plenty of dance studios, there's plenty, but it's like they wanted to be the best. They wanted their kids in front of a camera. They wanted to exploit them. They wanted to exploit themselves. They're probably not good people. JoJo she's now 20 years old and she has her own dance. So I think it's called OMG Pop or something like that. And she just had allegations come out that were published by the Rolling Stone for abusing her kids. Apparently she cusses at them, says like they fucking suck. Her mom is pretty abusive as well. And the worst part, there was a child who she had
Spinal bifida.
She had spina bifida.
Bifida, I think.
Sounds kind
Spina
of bifida.
funny. Yeah. Horrible spinal cord problem.
Yeah, she's been having problems like for her entire life. I remember one excerpt that she said was like her best friend was a school nurse growing up. Like that's so fucking sad. And she's still growing up. Like they were forced to even join this dance team. Her mom and this girl had to move all the way from Texas to LA to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. So not only were they away from their normal doctors and shit, like she left her sister, she left like the rest of her family to do this. And then she underwent spinal cord surgery. And I've heard two different sides. Rebecca told me like it was either after her surgery, which is fucked up, or before her spinal cord surgery, there was a competition going on and her belly button started fucking bleeding. And so the mom, JoJo Siwa's mom, put a maxi pad on her belly button. Bleeding belly button.
Let's see. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way, I guess.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah?
I'm curious.
Let's see.
Because it does make a minor difference. I mean, it's still
It's a
fucked
little
up.
bit worse, I think, if it's after.
Yeah.
It's like they knew she was healing. Like,
oh my God.
Spina bifida, JoJo.
And not to be that person, but maybe don't dance for like an extreme dance team either. Like I understand you're trying to prove a point and stuff, but
maybe a weird mom there too, a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, she left her other fucking daughters for that. Then just like for this one's dream, but it's like, what about the other two girls? Like, and now now you're such a great mom. Now you did the right thing that your kid had a fucking maxi pad put on his stomach. Like, I don't think that is a great mom either. Come on, moms. Come on.
Oh, before, I guess.
It was before.
It looks like it's before.
Still, like, you know, this poor
It's
kid.
bad,
This
though.
poor kid's
Kids
always
got-
had
yeah.
problems. Like,
Yeah, they knew that she had.
yeah, but also don't let your kid just be abused even more than their body already does to herself. Like, I don't think that's very fair. Keep dancing, but don't let someone just emotionally damage them either. And the parents were under the influence that the little reality show that TLC, I think it was, I don't know what station it
It
is.
probably was TLC. It seems like a TLC show. Dance Mom? Or I don't know.
Might have been Bravo.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Whatever.
Toddlers and Tiaras
Don't care.
TLC.
Yeah.
Similar thing.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking similar. It's just more moves, you know? Like, not just. I watched Toddlers and Tiaras too.
Yeah.
Me and my dad would watch it, which.
There's a whole big thing about that. Do you know that?
What's up?
The Honey Boo Boo, the star, she was like the biggest star from it. And she had even like a twist off channel or a spin off channel. And she was like, so her mom, she spent all of her money. So, you know, like the Coogan account where you're like, it's basically you have to put aside something like 5%. It's so small. 5% of what you earn as a kid gets put into this account. She didn't even do that.
Oh my God.
So she has nothing and she's struggling to pay for college.
Well, and
she worked her whole
her
childhood.
sister's dead now, and I think that was the same sister that was molested by their dad. So like the reason the show even ended was because their dad was molesting their daughter.
Jeez. Yeah.
So great batch of people. Yeah, TLC is so good at just fucking pulling out the scum of the earth and then or just putting it like it originally it's fucked up. Like you're just like, whoa, this is some shocking show. This is some crazy shocking thing. But then other people are like, oh, there's people like me out there. Oh, I can do this now. And it's like, oh no, you didn't. It's like a circus. I don't know. That whole channel's like a circus. Because then they have shows now. Like that one girl who looks like she's 14, but she's like a grown adult. And they have her like going into sex shops and like playing with dildos and like going on dates with men that are like to be attracted to this person. She looks 13. She sounds 13. She has a high pitched voice and everything. You have to want to fuck kids.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
You have to.
But no, who's thinking she's attractive?
Men.
Okay.
Like she at least
She's
said
gay
like
now because of that, I guess.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's better. I guess.
Probably. Less vicious. But still bad.
More emotional, I guess. I mean, still women just get away with more when it comes to pedophilia.
Yeah.
Like Miranda Sings, oh my God. I learned some tea about her. So apparently, like in her group chats, and she'll have group chats with all her fans, she was asking them like how old they were when they lost their virginity.
Mm-hmm.
These are like 13-year-olds. When they got their first period. Mailed a pair of her underwear to one of her fans.
And Jojo Siwa came out after these allegations. Like everything was out. Like all of this was out. And Jojo Siwa came out to defend her.
Literally. Jojo defended her. And then I learned another thing. Trisha Paytas and Jojo Siwa. I've been on this rabbit hole of this shit lately because I was on mushrooms yesterday. And I was watching like Wife Swap and Catfish and just.
Those are some great shows.
I love Wife Swap, Celebrity Wife Swap, dude. Fucking D. Snyder and Flava Flav. It was amazing. Really? But yeah. So Jojo like defends Colleen, and then apparently when Colleen and Trisha they were hanging out a year ago together. Colleen already has she's like a mom now. She was sending her fans, Miranda Sings was sending her fans Trisha's old nudes. Trisha's a mother. Like, Trisha's, like, kind of grown up a little bit, like, in a sense. I mean, she's always going to be
that's
Trish.
why they stopped their podcast, right?
Because Miranda Sings was sending her fans Trisha's nudes.
Horrible.
And JoJo's homies. So JoJo's homies with them. JoJo's homies with James fucking Charles.
Charles.
James Charles, who's also a groomer. He gets away with it because, like Colleen, he doesn't fit like the creepy Epstein or like the Bill Gatesy. He's not creepy. He's not Dan Schneidery enough. He's a gay dude. So people are just like, it's fine. He's just gay.
And he's young.
He's not a predator. He's just gay.
It's also like when they're young-ish, you don't necessarily worry too much because you're like, I don't know why. I guess you just
because
think
you
that
don't think
they're
they're crazy enough yet, because it's like maybe it's just I don't know, maybe it's just a joke. Maybe you just like let it brush, but you don't know how much someone has gone through to be evil. Yeah. Like you don't know, you just have to believe that anyone has the capability of being evil or
and like a
amazing.
lot of these child stars, not even child stars, but like people whose main audience is children. Yeah, they're the ones that are caught for this stuff too. And
oh my god, absolutely, because they don't know better. Because we see them as like we look up to them. Like I looked up to all these people, and then they're getting abused. They're constantly getting abused. They never had a normal life. They don't know what normal shit is. And if their parents let them have if their parents either turn a blind eye, have no knowledge about it, or they just let it happen, then they're also the abusers. They're never going to be okay unless they fucking deal with it the right way. But sometimes they just have no idea. They don't know any different. And it's also a coping way. It's like, well, I was treated like that, so someone else is next in line. I have to put that on someone else. Their way of dealing with it, in my opinion, is by, you're going to suffer like I did. Or
yeah, it could be. Or maybe it feels better for them if they do it, then like it seems okay, and then it's like, okay, what happened to them or something, or normal.
Yeah, well, and because they also think it's normal too. Like if you're Abby Lee Miller is your fucking teacher for how many ever years, you're not going to know any different. But when you make claims and say that you're going to be better, when you go out of your way to say that
you know it's wrong,
and that you would never let those kids undergo what you went through, you're a fucking liar. You're just lying. And you support this and you support that. And the show that was coming out, the parents were under the impression that it was going to be like an origin story show of the kids. They're children. They're like 9 years old or whatever. There's like a few of them, and they sing and they dance. It was an elimination show, and they didn't even tell the kids that shit. So it was like, they were under the wrong, like, so you're lying to these kids, you're putting them against each other, and you're screaming at them and putting pads on their stomachs. Don't seem like a good person. So what do you do? What do you do when all these allegations come out? What would you do? You paint your face and look like a new member of Kiss. That's what you fucking do. You hump someone on a Bikini Bottom island with 2 fog machines with a filter that looks like it's from Instagram. And like literally, like when she was trying to make the fucking music video, I hate that I know so much about this. Like JoJo Siwa is living rent free, and now you have to suffer with it too.
She is doing that right.
It's literally, and it gets more views. She has the most views on this fucking music video. It's like over 7 million now. Came out like 3 days ago when this episode was filmed. Because
look at you, down to the views.
I fucking hate it. I hate this song. I woke up with that fucking song in my head. And no one wanted to, oh God, who was it? Yeah, her record label, they didn't want to fund the music video. They didn't want to fund the budget because they thought they didn't agree on, I don't exactly know what they didn't agree with, but I disagree with a lot of the things that happened in that music video. So she ended up funding the whole thing herself. So she co-choreographed, co-produced, and she did whatever
it's all her
else.
brain. Her
but
mission. I wonder if she's gonna deny that now because there's so much negative feedback.
She can't. I mean, she admitted it. So
the weird thing is though, like someone like Ariana Grande had all that cheating scandal. Now people truly believe that she didn't cheat because of the timeline that she put out. So it's like sometimes you can gaslight people enough. She could be like, it wasn't my idea, or it was her. I see a lot of things coming out with it being her plan the whole time to make it cringy. So that it got views.
Yeah, I don't think no, she has no idea how cringy she's being because she was interviewed. She was at a iHeart Radio thing, and she's in the stupid fucking costume. She looks, oh my God. She literally it's just like it's worse than Kiss. Like it's worse than Kiss and has rhinestones on it. And she's like,
tackier,
I'm a bad girl now. And I'm like, bitch, you just like, you're just another form of annoying. Like you're just like on the other side of annoying. Like
she didn't even kiss one girl in her video.
She humped them. She fucking... She tried to set their bones on fire. Like, she's like, she gets allegations for abusing people, and then she tries to make another person's belly button bleed by, like, slamming her pelvis. Like, just fucking ramming it. Like, it was not like...
Skipped 2 bases.
It was like, the rest of it was just like, bah, bah, bah. You know, regular choreography, and then it's like, boom, boom. And it's just like, where did this come?
I don't... flying.
On this random ass ghetto island, like this fucking ghetto sandbar you found with lesbian swamp creatures. I don't fucking... What are you doing? Like, so she... Bitch. You're a bad girl. Oh my God. But, yeah, she was being interviewed and they're like, so how do you feel about, like, people thinking about your look or whatever? What's your opinion on that? And she was like, man, people are always going to be afraid of what they don't know. And it's like, no, we know you look retarded. Like, you just, bitch, we can see. Like, we know. Like, it's just so wild if that's really the route that you wanted to deter from. Because no one's not talking about your allegations still. Everyone is still talking about both because they both suck. You're doing shitty shit. Like, you're just creating a pile of shit and making it bigger. I'm sorry, how does some... And people's argument is like, well, you know, a lot of guys in music videos, they do the same thing. Like, and she's a lesbian, so it's like... She's that alpha dom lesbian move, but I'm like, that shit was a lot. There was no need, like, maybe if it was like a little steamier, maybe if they had like been set up a little differently, maybe if there was like it's just, I feel like she was just writing, it's like, oh yeah, we gotta hump at the end, like, we gotta, you're kind of hot, dude, like, we should hump. Is that okay with you?
That's right.
You know what? We're missing some humping. And like, and then the radio.
Sir.
Hi guys, I'm No Siwa. What are you doing, bitch? Like, I'm so badass with my fucking, like, what is your face? Like, what is that? Like, what is the leotard? The fucking, that's not badass. A leotard, like just a fucking
bedazzled
like
leotard.
A bedazzled. This is my coming out. I'm a fucking adult now. I'm growing up. I'm wearing rhinestones and a leotard, and I'm gonna paint my face. I'm gonna paint my face and be so grown up now.
And if you don't like it, you're homophobic.
And she wears fake tattoos. Like they're like the factory, like the fucking
they're fake.
The default, like, bitch, you're not. Just don't. If you want to be a bad girl, keep abusing your kids. Keep abusing the kids on the dance team. That's shitty. That's bad. If you really want to be a bad girl. It's not the face paint. It's you abusing children. That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's worse than a cigarette. That's worse. Yeah, a maxi pad on a girl's belly button. That's pretty bad.
I did some bad things.
Yeah, and you're still doing them. And you're like, this whole music video. If y'all could take a moment, and I think it's it's like 1 minute and 41 seconds.
She knows You're her biggest fan.
She crawls out of the water. I don't even know how to describe it, man. I have to edit this into this episode. It's so fucking bad. Yeah, so just stop. I don't know. Like, I remember when Miley Cyrus, like, everyone's talking about Miley's so hot and she did a lot of but she is badass. Like, Miley's always been badass.
Way more interesting.
You're fucking annoying as shit. And you're a shitty ass person. And I hope someone blows up your car one day. your stupid car with your fucking faces all over it, JoJo Siwa, because I know you're watching this.
What do you think she could do to rebrand effectively or get you back as a fan?
Drink bleach.
Okay.
A lot of it.
Then you'd be a fan.
No, I'm not a fan. I just
know everything.
No, I
down
know
to the second in each
yes.
part of the video. She comes out of the water.
She's just one of those people. I don't want to hate people in real life, so I just like want to hate.
Yeah.
You know, it's just an easier target for me. Like, it's just like...
That's what they're
It's
for.
a healthier outlet for me than to just, like, pick someone in the scene and go... and just...
True.
There's so many of them I could pick. It's like, let's just hate JoJo Siwa instead and mind my business, because I open my fucking mouth and I get in trouble. So I am not Ty Rivera. I'm Audrey Scott. So thanks for coming on to Your Thoughts with Audrey Scott. If you don't follow me on Instagram... Follow me at _Illuminaudrey, and please like and subscribe. Tell me the thing you hate about JoJo Siwa the most in the comments, and have a good week.